Hey y'all, welcome to round 2 of the T to the 5th tournament, where we're starting off with our first match from the winner's bracket. We have Baconator versus GD Epsilon, or Epsilon. We have Baconator, who is the Season 2 preseason champion and the whole season runner-up, versus one of our moderators and member of both the first and second season of the LGL. So some veteran members of the server showing up in a match of Flying Psychic versus Poison Grass. And right off the bat, Epsilon's in a pretty tough spot. Poison has no type advantage versus either of these. Grass has no positive type advantage versus either of these. And they're both weak to one of them. So he wants to angle Poison versus Flying because it's slightly better in Grass versus Psychic, but it's still awkward. As we'll see, he does end up getting Poison versus Flying and Grass versus Psychic, which is nice for him. We'll see if it was enough, but let's look at these teams. We're going to start off with Baconator's team's Falconer, but even better if you remember last time he named his team Falconer, but better. We have Thicky the Landorus, Leftovers, Intimidate, Fast nature with Speed Investment, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, U-Turn, and Bulk Up. I don't think I've ever seen a Bulk Up Landorus. So that's interesting. Mega Aerodactyl, one of the only Mega Flying types. It's Mega Aerodactyl, Mega Pidgeot, that are legal, of course. And I think there's a couple others, one or two others. Mega Pinsir only gains flying after it Mega Evolves, so it's not legal. Has Rockhead. I think when it Mega Evolves, it gets Tough Claws, I believe. Max Attack, Max Speed with a Speed Boosting nature. Dual Wing Beat for Flying Stab, which will bulldoze through Grass. Earthquake and Psychic Fangs both hit Poison. And Dragon Dance. This seems like a very potent sweeper. And Landorus could even sweep with Bulk Up versus Poison if it gets lucky, but it seems more like a pivot Bulk Upper, kind of like Corbinite. Celestelia Mom. That's pretty good. I gotta hand it to you there. That's pretty good. Flynium Z. Interesting. So it's a mixed Flynium Z. It's not mixed. It's actually got a minus special attack nature and running Fire Blast. That Fire Blast has got to be kind of weak. Autonomize, Acrobatics, Earthquake. Its typing, it might just be good enough here that it doesn't matter that it sets a little questionable. I don't know how potent it is. I'm not going to say anything bad about it. It's just interesting. Max Speed, a lot of speed investment here. Interesting. Speaking of speed investment, there's none here. We have sort of a bulky special attacker with heavy-duty boots, which is kind of mandatory for Moltres. Fire Blast, Scorching Sands hits Poison well. Air Slash hits Grass well. And Roost, good set. Very offensive what we're seeing so far. This is multi-scale heavy-duty boots with Just Dance, nice name. Another Dragon Dance user with E-Speed, Dual Wing Beat, and Earthquake. Yeah, that looks like a Dragonite to me. And a Defiant Galarian Zapdos with Brave Bird, Close Combat, U-Turn Blaze Kick, the Gap. Okay, I see you, Galarian Zapdos. Okay. Brave Bird, Close Combat. Notably, Brave Bird plus Close Combat, just really great coverage. It's just a really good pair of types. And then U-Turn, Blaze Kick. It's just a very good move set. Let's take a look at the Psychic team, where we have Happy Hour, Normalium Z. Oh, look at this. Oh, also, notably, this is a pretty physically biased team. I like to look at that. It is 4.75 special physical attackers and just Moltres carrying the special attacking. Wow. That's... Wow. Okay. Okay. So you Z Happy Hour. Gives you +1 in each stat, which makes your stored power base 120 at +1. Pretty strong. And then it can rest and just sit on things and snore for damage? That's cute. Okay. Okay. Don Cheadle. Next up we got Light Clay. Just a full support. Sticky Web, Reflect, Light Screen, U-Turn for pivot. Jolly boost speed, yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. One thing, very, very minor thing, this should probably be Timid. Timid boosts, lowers special attack, your U-turn would deal a little bit more damage. It's probably not going to come up, but against a grass team, maybe you dealing a little bit more damage with U-turn is helpful. You know, it's the little things sometimes. Down here I see a mixed Victini, a mixed workup Victini with hasty nature. Hasty, I believe, lowers either defense or special defense. I think it's defense. And raises speed. Expanding Force as a psychic stab, and V-Create with U-turn and workup. A lot of U-turn on these teams. Some good, strong pivot. I like it. Mega Alakazam, Gandalf. Also with Expanding Force, Signal Beam, Dazzling Gleam, and if it can pick up a nasty plot, it easy sweeps Poison, and Signal Beam could easily sweep Grass. And even just one nasty plot would be nasty. Okay, I like the Slowbro set. We got Psychic Terrain on it. Leftovers, Oblivious, so it's bulky. I don't know why I mentioned Oblivious. Calm Nature, very bulky. Psychic Terrain, Teleport, Flamethrower, Psychic, coverage for both types. Oh. Pardon me, Jesus. And then Danny DeVito. It doesn't even look like Danny DeVito, come on. Another double dual screens. Jesus, that's a lot of screens. And they both have Light Clay? And it also gets Psychic Surge, Expanding Force will deal a lot of damage, and then Healing Wish, so it can pass off into something else. These other teams, this Poison team is literally the same. It's got a bulky Leftovers using Toxic Spike Spreader, and then 2 of those. It's got Black Sludge Physical Attacker with a Jolly, with a... I think the natures might be different, but I've already talked about these teams. He's got 2 Nasty Plot Sweepers with Expert Belt, 2 Toxic Spike stacking, bulky physical attackers in Toxapex and Garbodor, and then 2 physical attacking Black Sludge holding Mons in Scolipede and Crobat. I'm not going to go in depth about teams that I've already talked about. Watch my previous video on Epsilon versus CEO of Cheese World to hear a little bit more about my thoughts on these teams. This grass team is slightly different, I noticed. It's just 3 changes, so I will talk about them. Hidden Power Ice is in instead of Glare. That does hit flying a little bit better. Might be a good call. Might want to just drop, like, Dragon Pulse in this matchup. It doesn't have a whole lot of advantage. And keep Glare, because Glare is very, very good. But I still think it should be a contrary. This Ferrothorn has Leech Seed, which I like over Body Press here, since Body Press is resisted by both of those types. And Thunder deals a little bit more damage than Thunderbolt, but it's still a Ferrothorn with no special attack investment. I think that's a different nature, too. I hate Breloom here. Breloom is just... This Breloom is not usable here. Drain Punch and Focus Punch are such a big part of its set. And Resist. Let's see if we can find a single Pokemon that... Well, we can't. There's 2 flying Pokemon here that are neutral to fighting. And on the Psychic side, we have 1 Pokemon. This is 2 Pokemon that are neutral to fighting. Maybe. I'd use something other than Breloom here. Appleton, Mago Berry, same set. I still like this set. And then Signal Beam instead of Dazzling Gleam. I mean, you're up against Flying. Oh, it's good against Psychic. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Let's just see how it works out. We've got Flying versus Poison. The obvious lead here is Toxic Spike Setter, maybe like Garbodor. Don't love Scolipede in this matchup, but and over here, I like the Landorus lead. It's just a really safe lead. You could also lead Zapdos pretty safe because it's Choice Scarf U-turn. You could even lead like Celesteela pretty safe coming in here. Toxic Spikes do nothing in this matchup. If he lays a single layer of Toxic Spikes, I'm gonna be a little mad. He kept in the Toxapex, so okay. They all have Flying. Literally all of them are Flying type. Don't lay Toxic Spikes. It doesn't do anything. In case you didn't hear me, don't lay Toxic Spikes against Mono Flying. Or Mono Poison. Or Mono Steel. There are some matchups that Toxic Spikes aren't good. Probably shouldn't even have brought them this matchup. I mean, they're okay against Psychic, but on 2 Pokemon, ugh. Toxapex would have been better off with Recover or something. Autonomizes, and down goes Salazzle to the Earthquake, which is a cute trick there, and it's boosting its attack off its Beast Boost. Oh, shiitake mushrooms. Okay, next turn. There we go. Earthquake, yep, cool. Dark X dies. Still a cool name. I like Dark X, it's a cool name. Yes. Yes. They had to realize. No, this is if Celesteela can sweep, that's cute. I like it. I'm down for the Cella sweep. Yeah, why is Crobat 6 feet tall? And why does this Braver is gonna deal nothing? Yeah, because it's Celesteela. But like that Supersonic Sky Strike was very underwhelming. Oh, do Z crystals get used? No, it's not saying it's removed. I don't think that actually works. I don't think that acrobatics is boosted. Oh, and the Aqua Tail misses. I think this is just going to be a clean sweep from Cella here. Seems kind of free. Putting on the Ritz. Sorry, what was that? Oh god. Yeah, I don't think Acro is actually boosted. Is the Z move isn't the Z crystal isn't gone. It's not absorbed by using the move. Notably, Gengar did lose Levitate a generation or two ago. I think it was Gen 5. So not gonna save you against Earthquake. And that's gonna be a clean 6-0 sweep from Baconator, I do believe. Unless the legend himself, Phil, can... No, okay, he's dead. Yeah, clean physical Celesteela sweep. Epsilon just never had momentum there. He had a little bit when on the Landorus U-turn, but nothing was able to come of it, and Celesteela took an easy win. Next match, we have Psychic versus Grass. I kind of like leading Orbeetle here. Its matchup's pretty good. I don't hate the Slowbro lead looking at what we were looking at. Don't hate this, what's it called, Indeedee lead. And I don't hate just going straight for the Jirachi sweep, although it does feel like, and we see Spore, Sleep Powder, and Glare, and there's a lot of potential for shenanigans in shutting down your sweep. It is the Orbeetle lead that was the main one I was... Yes. Don Cheadle, the Orbeetle, is fantastic. Signal Beam coming out. Immediately U-turns out for 49. Would have done a little bit more if he was timid instead of adamant. It's the little things, you know? Gandalf comes in, hits Signal Beam, and takes out Hannah Montana. I'm sorry, I can't handle the fact that I just had to say Gandalf used Signal Beam to take out Hannah Montana. That's just cursed. Gregory the Ferrothorn comes in, although Sticky Web is just boosting its Gyro Ball. Iron Defense is up. Iron Defense is a lot worse when you're not packing Body Press, but yeah. So might want to remove that. Todd comes in, probably as Death Fodder to the V-Create. Yeah, okay. He has no V-Create switches until this Megas, and even then, Thick Fat probably doesn't save it. And this is neutral, I guess. U-turn does 37. I think V-Create would have killed, considering how much that U-turn just did. Apple Acid hits for a whole 15%. Are we going to see the Normalium Z whipped out here? Yeah, baby. And it's only a base 100 stored power right now. Draco does a whole 26%. Yeah, this is probably not... He's resting immediately. Is he just trying to show off the snore? Come on, bitch. Let's... Bitch, please. Snack comes in, and the snore... It does 20%. Yeah. Snore's high base power, but you have no stab. You're only at +1. Superior is pretty bulky. I'm not surprised it only did like 20%. Why would you stay in for that? Like, yeah, this is free Calm Mind. And if he's packing Leaf Storm, this would be free Contrary boosts. Danny DeVito comes in, eats the Giga Drain for 39. This seems like a free Calm Mind. And it's just another Giga Drain laying in for some damage. Probably doesn't actually know what Indeed he is. I know he's Epsilon's a bit not very well versed with the most recent generations. Notably, there's a Healing Wish hanging in suspension. Giga Drain does a whole 27% to Gandalf here. And one Pokemon dead. I think this is a clean sweep. Well, maybe Ferrothorn can survive. Yeah, Signal Beam only does 42. I don't know what I was talking about. And down goes Gandalf. Rest in peace. Okay, so Slowbro, we still have a Healing Wish on suspension. The Flamethrower only dealing 49. And Thunder... That's why you don't give special moves to your Ferrothorns. Yeah, it's super effective, but, like... It's still not good. I'm sure Light Screen was a big part of that, but even without Light Screen, it was still in 28. Type... Move type matters. It does. For some Pokemon, you can go mixed. Ferrothorn is not one. It's like manually setting up Psychic Terrain. Ball does a whole 12%. 6 after leftovers. Sets up a Leech Seed. Probably better, and then he teleports. Victini comes in. That probably can kill here. Expanding Force to avoid those iron barbs. Imagine. Appleton... Oh, and to avoid the debuff, of course. Expanding Force only does 47, and then the Ripened Mago Berry will put him back up at 81. And he eats a Draco for 60%. He can probably go Expanding Force into a V-Create at this point. A crit off Expanding Force is a bit unfortunate. He recovered... Well, yeah, he can probably recover spam through this. But he's gaining health, and... Yeah, that was a weird switch. Considering this doesn't... Yep, V-Create Venusaur Dice. It was probably over before that anyway. Jirachi kind of. The snore tech is nice. It's funny, but like, it's snore, it's not stab. No type effectiveness. Jirachi comes back in, eats up. That's the issue with this Jirachi, too. At this point, it has Happy Hour, which does nothing. It has stored power that's base 20. It has rest, and it has snore. So all it can do is fall asleep and then start snoring. It's a bad set. I hate to say it, but it's the rest snore part, and I don't even love the. It's a bad set. PSA: don't use Normalium Z rest snore stored power Jirachi. Although snore can flinch, I think it has like a 30% chance to flinch, which is notable. But I am not a fan. Not a Jirachi, not a Normalium Z Jirachi fan. At least that set. Don Cheadle, I guess he does kind of. Is he just kind of playing with his food? And it feels like he could finish off this Appleton. Victini eats a Dragon Pulse. I mean, differential doesn't even matter. You think he could get a kill here. And Victini V-creates and kills what the fuck is this thing. And that's the match. Epsilon drops it 2-0 to go down to the losers bracket, and Baconator moves on to the top 2 of winners bracket, which is a good spot to be in. I mean, you want to be in the upper echelons. So Baconator has a clean route to victory and is definitely a top contender, picking up a clean 2-0 victory here. So that's it for today. This has been the Big Goose from the Goose Nest, signing off. Have a lovely day. I need a better outro. You know what? Let's see. Don't forget to spoil your mayonnaise. Wait, better. And don't forget, always spoil your mayonnaise. Love it. Okay.